Oh no! I've just noticed that the city centre building over here looks like a duck with a moustache and a crown. Now I've seen it, I can't unsee it. Anyway, we're playing Soko Loco, which is a railroad tycoon game in miniature. This is the entire map. In this game you need to connect up a bunch of raw resources such as wood and rock with processors such as lumber mills and stonemasons, and ultimately as well we have smelting ovens down here to make steel, because we need to actually build a monument up here on this level, which takes forever. But you have to do all this with trains, so it's most like the classic game Transport Tycoon, but stripped to the bone. And if you recognise the general style of this, it's by Sokpop, the same people who brought us Similand, a marvellous little god game I covered on the channel recently, and was generally popular on indie YouTube. Okay, so when you actually make the resources, you can then use them to make other resources or whatever, or you can put them into your own storage up here. We've got planks, bricks, and steel. Steel goes towards things like making trains or whatever, but it also goes towards making the monument, which is, you require 150 steel for that. Ultimately, yeah, it's rather a lot that. So this game can take a good hour or two, possibly more. So for this video, we'll just aim to build a portion of it, say like 20%, which will require 30 steel. Also, one problem we've been having with this current version, if I build lumber and mining camps later on, the game does tend to crash on me, so that would mean starting over. So for this video, I've already built a couple of these, just to make sure that we do actually have a video. But yeah, whatever. So let's actually start by... what we'll do is we'll make a warehouse and fill it with... Well, we'll use it to actually fill our thing up here with additional resources, because we will need quite a lot over time. What I'm going to do, first of all, is connect up these lumber mill and the stone thing with these processors. So let's try and make this as efficient as possible. I'll make a three long station here, I think. So long as they fall inside the blue grid, you're good to go. I'm going to do the same over here, so that'll just about pick up those two things. It's actually picking up the windmill as well, but I don't really want to worry about that. That's for bread. And the bread is from wheat, and then you take the bread to a town, and then you grow the towns, and then you get more workers to assign to your raw resources. In fact, that's what I'll do now. The mining camp, I'll assign one worker there, and the lumber camp, one worker there. We've only got 4 at our disposal at the moment, 2 from each city. You can see 2 houses here, and 2 houses here. We'll be able to make more workers, as I say, by feeding the city's bread, but we won't do that straight off. We'll let these guys actually mine stuff out, which just takes some time, whilst we create the rest of the tracks. I've only got a very limited amount of wood. If you do place things wrongly and then right-click to erase, you do get the resources back. Trains can't reverse at the end of stations. You have to go around a loop, so you do have to factor that in. So what I'm going to do, this is what I've learned from playing around, is... It takes a while for these, when the wood and the stone get delivered here, it'll take a while for them to be processed. So if I want to pick up the resulting process stuff, I have to kill a little bit of time. So I'm going to send them around a little bit of a... I could send them around a little bit of a loop here, but since this is so short, I'm thinking it might be a bit pointless. I might as well just send it... No, I will. I'll just make a straightforward loop. I'll give it a bit of space, just so it's... So to give it a bit of time to actually do the processing. So let's just do a little... It's actually a larger loop than necessary, simply because the train might end up being a bit too long to actually go around a really small loop. And we'll have to do the same here. We'll send it... This only needs to be a small... We don't need a long extra bit, so let's just do it here. Oh, actually, no, we do actually need to stretch it out a little bit longer. Like this. Points are created automatically. Like that. And now we need to build a garage for our trains to come out of, so let's just bung it here. And we need a little bit of extra track as well. Let's send it that direction. And now we can actually build a train. So let's build 1 locomotive for 3 steel, send it out. We need a wood wagon, send it out. And a stone wagon, send it out. And they'll all connect up automatically like that. The train won't move until you tell it, but first of all let's give it some orders. Let's send it to that station to pick everything up that it can. So it'll load in, that's automatically set to load in. And then we'll need it to go back to, well, over to here, where we'll actually dispose of everything. Now we want it to go around this loop and come back in again and go back to the same station. And then pick everything up again. So, as I say, to give it time to process. and then it'll go back to here, and everything will be fine. But the only thing we need, the only one more thing that we do actually need is a warehouse. Otherwise, we won't be able to actually get these efficiently. You can, once it's actually produced stuff, you can actually click on it and get it into your inventory, but you only get half as much if you do that. So what I want to do is, when it picks the stuff up from here, we want to place it into the warehouse. So instead of creating a new station, we'll just bung the warehouse here, I think. That's incredibly expensive. I've used up most of my steel doing that. But that's good. That's fine, because we do need a warehouse. You don't really need to do the warehouse straight off, but I find it's best to. The only thing we need to do now is just make sure that we do actually dispose of what we need to do in the warehouse on the orders. So, for these orders, when it actually stops at this station, I want to make it so it also loads out as well as in. With all that in mind, I'll start the train. You can move the trains around manually by dragging them, but that's a good way of actually getting them back into the garage, for instance. There it goes, around the little loop. Hasn't actually picked anything up yet because it... Have I actually got any stuff yet? I think we actually do need a platform for these producers to actually place. Yeah, there we go. Look. So the rock guy has now left a bit of rock on the platform. That's not enough to pick up though. We actually have to fill it up. So I think it's like a stack of 3 before the train will actually pick it up. Same with the wood down here. So we won't be able to pick anything up just yet. So the train will just carry on going. It's irritating that I forgot to do the platform because we could have been filling it up before the train started. But never mind. The windmill isn't really a factor here because we haven't actually got a food wagon which carries wheat and bread. So it'll just basically ignore that. That'll just sit there doing nothing. We do actually need to feed that with wheat. We'll do that with a separate track, although if you look at our planks and bricks situation, that's very lowly indeed. So we do need to actually spend a bit of time accumulating more resources from here before we go on. It's all about the long game. Anyway, have we actually got enough yet? We got the wood. Oh, we got the stone just in the nick of time. That's fine. So we've got wood and stone in our wagon. We're going to take it to this station to process it into bricks and planks. So here we go. Off they go. You can put additional platforms in here and here for if you really want, but I don't really. So they're processing at the moment. Will they finish in time? Yes, the wood and the bricks have finished processing. Now we can load them up. And then we can take them to the warehouse. And you'll see here, those numbers go up, hopefully, if I've set this correctly. +6, +6. Correct. Good. Excellent. If you try and take the process stuff manually from here, which you can do, you'll only get 3 instead of 6. So it's best to set this up, and everything will be good. Now we do have to sort of wait a little longer now because we don't really have enough resources to expand. What I'm going to do is connect up these wheat farms with this windmill and just have a little shuttle back and forwards with one train. And that'll be easy enough. We'll be able to afford one more train. We've got enough steel for a locomotive and 2 wagons. I think the locomotive costs 3 and each wagon costs 1. To actually make more steel, I'll actually have to take the raw resources here, from here, the rock and the woods, and take it down to the smelting oven. And then I can either put it into my warehouse or take it to the monument to start building that. Over here I've built a lumber camp and a mining camp in preparation, hopefully, if we're going to use those later, without crashing the game. Anyway, so yeah, I've just got to wait now for our resources to grow. But as you can see, the woods and the rocks are actually depleting, so you can't rely on these forever. So sometime later, I've just been experimenting with a few track layouts that didn't go anywhere. But yeah, we've actually got loads of planks and bricks now. I've reassigned the workers slightly. So there's now a worker on each of these 2 farms down here. I'm starting because I want to connect. I don't actually want to use that windmill after all because that's too far away from that town. So I want to use this lot down here. I think that'll be better. Which means I don't really want to use him. I want to use this one instead. So we'll have wasted a bit of work there. We've got an entire thing there, but never mind. Right, so that worker's going to do that. Now this is all very close together, so that's rather handy. I need to make sure that both of these things are covered. It needs to be the actual wagon itself that these are actually quite stretched far apart, aren't they? I'm not quite sure how much you're going to get both of these on the same thing. I'm not 100% sure I'll be able to. Well, I know I can get these two on the same thing, which will require us to do it like this. So yeah, unfortunately, forget that. I will go back to how I had it. And then we'll go down here to the windmill. Oh, this is going to have to be a... So it's going to take the wheat here, and then that's going to take a while to process, and then it's going to have bread. So I may make it... So what we'll do is put it like that. This seems a bit pointless. Let's do it over the other side. I don't actually need to have 4 length here. So this is going to go down like that. And I guess I just make it do that old loop thing again. Oop. I don't think it takes too long to process. Let's have it going all the way down to there. Like that, and like that. That goes up there. That goes around there. And then, once again, we just need a loop here. This is going to be a small loop. We don't need a bigger one. And straight lines there and there. We will need another garage. I was originally going to try and share garages, but garages only cost 10 bricks, which isn't that much. So we can just set up another one here, I think. We also need the track out of there. Like that. And then we can build another train. We've got 5 steel, so we've got just enough. Send it out. Now we need... Oh, no. Sell. Wrong thing. I need food wagon for this. We'll buy a couple of them. And this will go... Right click, there we go. This will go to here, pick everything up. And then to here, to place things down. Back around the loop, to pick up the bread. Oh, then we need to actually take it to the city. Otherwise the bread's going to go nowhere. So what we'll do is... Oh, this is going to be... Oh, shag. This is going to be tricky to actually get the thing sorted. Let's change that to there. Oh, I've put that in the worst place. Everything's in the wrong place in this setup. So it's going to go back there, go pick up the bread. They all need to, say, turn right here. Oh god, this is so annoyingly laid out now. There's just that in the way. Right, well, whatever. Go down here. Down here. Drop the bread off. Then I'll have to loop round. Like this. Oh, no, wrong. There. Across there. And then it'll... The trouble is here, is we do need a kind of, a point situation. That's not going to be able to turn right onto my loop anymore. So it looks like we're going to have to... Just wait for the... Let's get rid of the train, because the train's in the way at the moment. Just do the manual drag. We'll just have to have a little sort of a roundabout thing here. Like that. It's a bit peculiar, but it does the job. Right, so now we've actually got that sorted. Now we need to add this to the orders. To drop everything off here. That'll drop off the bread, and it'll grow the city. And then it can go all the way back to the wheat and start again. Right, that's a bit more of a complicated one. We've got no more steel left now, which is a problem. Because we can't build any more trains until we've sorted that out. So what I might do is, once this is sorted out, we've got as many of these as we really want, then I shall change these tracks, or change the... Give it a... Maybe... I'm not sure what I'm going to do about it, but I need to make it produce steel. Unfortunately, the steel producers, there's 2 of them, and they're miles away. So I don't know. I could set up a brand new train, or sell this train, and then put it elsewhere. That might have to be what we do, and then I can always... Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll sell this train once we've got enough stuff. Is there a limit of 60? Oh, I think there might be a limit of 60. Huh. Well, we're actually reaching that limit, so yeah, this is a good time to actually probably do something about that. So we do need the a new thing where we need to take rock and lumber to here, but we've already got this set up, so let's use these. Might be able to do like that over to the thing over here. So the smelter is another thing where we'll have to do a waiting loop. Plenty of stuff this time. I could use steel track, which speeds it up, but that requires steel, so I can't. So yeah, a bit of a waiting loop, which will probably be about that big. Like that. Like that. And a little loop here. Like this. We will need yet another garage, but we can afford it. We are rich beyond our wildest stone dreams. Like that. And like that. Oh, hang on, I've missed a bit. A rogue missing bit of track there. So now that's all set up, but I will need to sell the train to actually get the resources back so we can buy a new one. But that should be okay, shouldn't it? That'll get that, and they'll take it to there, and then we'll have steel. We can either give that to ourselves, or we can take it to the monument. We'll probably do a mixture. I'm going to wait a little longer just so we've got more wood from here. Oh, not from here, from up here. Because we haven't got a totally efficient situation going on here, but yeah, I mean, the trouble is, oh, hang on. I've been yakking so long, I haven't actually pointed out that we've actually grown the town. We actually have grown the town by 2. It took 1 bit of bread to grow the first person, then it took 2 bits of bread to grow the second person, and now we need 3 for the next person. So I think we've got so much. We actually got loads of bread. That's why we're growing so fast. Look at that, we're building another new home just there, and now we've got 7 people, all of which can go towards, well, that's a bit I do want a bit more wood, so let's actually increase the yield of you. This is not necessary, but we will need to add workers to there and to... Where's the other? There it is. There and there. So I've assigned everyone now. But these are going to go spare at some point, but yeah. So those are starting to actually do the work already, so when we do actually put the train there, they'll be ready and waiting for us. But now I'm just going to wait for our wood stock to actually increase just a little more. Okay, discovered. It does actually go beyond 62, so that was just a coincidence. Because you start with 60 of each, so I thought, yeah, whatever. But yeah, don't need to worry about that. Need to actually flip pages. I don't know what that's doing there. That can go. But yeah, all sorted. This is very efficient. And this right here, this is the perfect loop as well, because it processes it in perfect time. Although not this case, because I think have we already processed it? No, there we go. Perfect. Look at that. Look how quickly that goes. We do have. I mean, this is actually pretty damn full over here. We're going to produce yet another person now. I think. Or do we need more? I think possibly we do need... It's taking a while for them to actually eat it. Maybe it just takes a while for it to... I don't know. Never really noticed that in action before anyway. But yeah, I think now we've got enough stuff to do stuff. So, that looks like it could... I'll stop this train now. Oh, it's got the bricks. Let's wait for the bricks to go into the storage, and then we'll stop the train. Yeah, 68. Stop that express! Right, now we just drag it back. Change the points. Oh, missed. Flip! Which way around have we got this? Did I even flip it before? Oh, hang on. Have I made it go to the right? I think I have. Okay. Right, drag. Come on. Come on, get dragged. There we go. Can I get rid of these as well? I'm not sure. Not necessarily sure that I can get rid of these. Can I not sell them? Yeah. Oh no, because I've got to get rid of that, haven't I? Yeah, there we go. Yes, you can only have one thing at a time inside here. Oh, didn't quite sell that. Now we've got our 5 steel back. And this is now a bit pointless. And we can probably get rid of the workers now. Reassign them some other place. In fact, we'll probably reassign them here. There we go. Now we build a second train, or third train technically. Send you out. This is going to require another wood and stone mobile. And this is going to require the same orders as previous. So we need to go here to pick stuff up. And we will need to extend the tracks a bit more later on to actually do something with the steel. In fact, there's a small thing here. So if I'm going to make the train a steel train as well, the platforms will need to be longer. Because the train's going to be 4 long. So we will have to just quickly change this a little bit. Make it a bit longer. Get rid of that. Just while I think about it. Get rid of that, that. There, that'll make it work. And now we do need to go over here, get rid of that. Add a steel wagon as well. Oh, I can't afford it! I haven't got any steel. Oh dear. Well, maybe I'll dial back a bit on this temporarily. Right. I need to take this back to the depot, which is a bit difficult because of the way I've actually set this up. Right, so you can actually decouple things. I'll get rid of, sell that. And now I want to recouple these lads. So let's just send that out. They're coupled. And now we can get going again. Now we have the steel over here. There we go, that's more like it. So it's going to go to there, pick everything up, go to there, drop everything, go back here, pick everything up again, and then it's going to take the steel to somewhere. Well, let's take it to the monument. Ooh, really could do with another warehouse. Unfortunately, the warehouse, once you've actually built one warehouse, the second warehouse costs 50 steel. Although, if I just delete this one, this might actually work. In fact, it always... Oh yeah, the first one cost 15 and then subsequent ones cost 50. But if I just delete that one and place this over here, then we are actually all good. I can place it... Oh, it needs 15 steel, not 10... Oh no. I've just made a bit of a blunder now, because well, we'll just have to pick up the steel manually. So we don't actually need a steel wagon, technically, but we'll let it go anyway. So we'll be okay here. Well, what I could do is put a second platform there. So what will happen here? Oh god, I've just deleted the road. Hang on. There we go. What should happen here is it will take the steel and it'll drop it off on this platform. And every time I see it on that platform, I'll take it and add it to our store and try to get up to 15, like we did before. So we've got our wood, we've got our stone. It's going to go to the smelting oven. Drop both of those things off. The smelter will do its little smelty thing. The train will kill some time around our little loop. It doesn't actually need that much time. But it'll pick up the steel ingot, but only put it into the green wagon. There we go. And then if I've worked this out correctly, it should drop it onto that platform. Yes, I can take that. 3. So I've got 3 steel out of that instead of the 6 that I would have got from the warehouse. I could also do it manually from here as well. But that is something that I can do, like if I'm doing stuff elsewhere, and then there'll always be something there for me to pick up. But I will actually take it manually from here, just so we can... Can you actually do it? Yes, you can. Right. So I've done that. I've got 16, which means I can actually build the warehouse now. There we go. And instead of... In fact, I'll just get rid of the platform entirely. And we don't actually need that anymore. So I'll put it into the warehouse, and then I'll just add to our steel collection. And there we have it. We have ourselves a nice little industry. But again, we're going to have to wait for our steel reserves to increase. And then what I'll probably do, once we've got a bit of steel, is then we'll sort out the monument, finally, by sending some steel there instead. So I think we're doing nicely enough for steel now. We've got 30 in the warehouse, which will be more than enough. I've actually been just checking out this interface here, and you do actually the people here do actually eat the bread. So you've got to deliver all the food to them as quickly as possible, otherwise this bar depletes, and you'll never actually get to the new house situation. So I bought back our food wagon here, so we are back to making 2 loaves of bread at a time rather than just 1. And hopefully that might get us some new houses. And the trouble is we are actually running out of workers, really. And we've got... Okay, we've distributed more than enough maybe to here. But what I really want to do now is stop... What are you doing at the moment? You're just unloading. You'll get the steel out of that. So what I'll do is wait for it to actually pick up that steel and then stop it. Oh, we actually have made it. We did just about manage it. So that'll take even longer to get the new one. So let's stop this. Because we do need to actually build a new station next to the monument. And we'll do that. We've got plenty of everything at the moment. So let's just do it kind of here-ish. We've already got the garage there. So now the orders are going to change. I'm going to take the steel to here instead. We'll need to assign workers here, which will be a bit of a problem. What I really do need to do is grow this town as well. But we've got 1 spare worker now, so we'll be assigning that one. So there'll be 1 worker, but we need steel for this, obviously, so let's change the orders here. So at the moment we're going to the lumber camp and the smelting oven and everything like that, which is fine. This is exactly what we need. But we just don't want it to drop anything off at the warehouse anymore. So I'll take that off, so it's now only going to take things from here. Once it's actually been to the smelting oven, picked stuff up, the last order should now be to the monument station. And drop things off there. And that should be it. Although, hang on, stop. We do need to skip some orders. We need to go to the monument now. There we go. And this should work. We should put some steel here, and it'll... Well, nothing will happen until we've actually got 15 steel. As soon as we get up to 15 steel, the lad will do the work, and we'll get up to 10%, and then we'll need another load of steel as well. So again, we do actually have to play the waiting game now. It's going to take a bit of time once it's actually delivered. I wish you didn't drop it off. Why didn't you drop it off, damn you? Do I need a platform here? I'm not 100% sure. So we've still got that bloody thing there. We're actually creating new steel as well. So let's just check the orders are correct. Right. So now you are going back to the monument. And we've got the monument and we've got load out. This should work. Drop off the steel, you prick. Oh, that's happened again. Oh, God damn it. Alright. So, extra bit of platforming action. Completely forgot about that. We need 4 on this train. It's going to go all the way around again. God damn it. Well, that steel's never going to get... I'm going to take some of this manually. We may as well, otherwise it'll never get... It'll always be in a queue. Oh, that's some... At the moment that's got wood but no stone, that's why it's doing it perpetually. That's fine. Well, I might do. We don't do reassign the workers yet, but... Well, I don't know, though. I think we're fine as it is. We've got... Yeah, we'll sort at the moment. This is... okay. This is going to take a lot of food, I think, to actually get up to a new house. This is why it'd be more efficient to actually start feeding this. Which we could do. Or the windmill. The windmill's in a very bad place. But we could do it. We could just, like, have a setup that goes back and forth here. Has it dropped off the steel now? It actually has, yes. Oh yes, here we go. So it has dropped off the steel. It'll take it in 3 loads up to the monument. So we've only got 2 there at the moment, but we can put that there and see how things are going. That 0.1 is just basically the quest. There are actually 3 earlier levels, but they're more tutorial-y. This one is the big one, the proper level. The other ones have just got really basic requirements. But yeah, this is all going reasonably nicely. Let's just see the this steel be dropped off this time. I don't think actually need a platform. What has it dropped off? I think we've actually put some stone down there on that platform, which is completely pointless. Yeah, we don't need a platform there, but never mind. But yeah, it'll store the steel there, so that's not going to be a problem. Unfortunately, because there's only one lad, this is actually very slow going. But I think he can cope. He should be able to cope on his own just for the time being. But look at all this bread. I think we are actually accumulating. We are going to get another house eventually. But yeah, it is a bit exponential, this, I think. Right, so I think what I'll do is I'll get these workers improving as well. So we will need more tracks. We're actually starting to run a bit low on wood. So I'm thinking about maybe re-establishing this. Which means we may have to put in different tracks, I don't know. We might get tangled up in each other again. Right, okay. So we'll put in this should be straightforward. This is going to be a wood and bread situation, so it's going to be exactly the same as that one. We only need 3 for this. We'll need... Oh, how are we going to get these? I think like this. It's going to be... hang on. So this is going to be... Again, we've got this problem of them. Hang on. Here's what we'll do. This is a bit peculiar, but it should do the trick. I think that'll pick things up from the tower. I actually don't know, though. I'm going to do it there, just in case. And then it goes like that. We'll need a circuit. We'll do it here. Like that. 23 wood. I'm not sure this will last. Then we'll have to go down the bottom route, I think. Hehe, bottom. So we need to get to the windmill. I might as well. I'm going to have to go the bottom way. What I'll do is I'll set a new train going. Don't think you can do any cloning or anything like that. So send that out. And this is going to have to be a wood wagon and stone wagon. This is going to go to this one to pick everything up. Place things down. Pick things up. And then that will be, I think, tweaked to do both things. I think that's how we actually want these. Although we actually will have to... Oh, we've got that city has expanded again, so we actually have got a worker here. So we'll have to take one worker out of one of these things. We can't do it with a farm. Oh god, we're going to have to assign workers to the farm as well. This is going to be a bit of a problem. Okay. One worker from there. Oh, we've got 3 workers in that one. So that's fine. We need 1 worker in here. 1 worker in here. And 1 worker in here. That's all everyone. There's a clanging noise there. I wonder what that was. Oh, it's the monument! Hey, look! We actually have got 10% of the monument built. Ah, we're on our way then. We're on our way to 20%, which I think is our target for this video. So, unfortunately, as I say, if I try to build another lumber camp or or mining camp, it may explode the game, so I don't want to do that. But yeah, 20% seems like a good target for us. But we will need to... we are depleting... I mean, look at the wood. The wood's taking longer and longer to collect. This will get depleted at some point, and we won't be able to use those to build anything else. But I don't know. I think if you waited long enough, you may just be able to do this just from this lot alone, because this is actually there's plenty of trees and rocks over here, but it will take probably like an hour to actually do that. There is no speed up, as far as I know, in this game. Right, so let's just do this. Let's get to the windmill. I've got so much steel now. In fact, what I'll do is I'm going to change over to steel track for this bit. Let's do that. So this will just be a lot faster. Go there. Like that. Don't use it all up. Although, having said that, who cares? So, that, like that. Oh! So a bit of pointless speed there for the lads. Now, this doesn't have a garage on it, does it? I could connect these things up, but I won't bother. I'll just put another garage in. There's that. God, this is getting quite the network, yeah. Right, let's do that. Yet another new loco. And what do we need here? We need food. Which one's the food wagon? It's that one, isn't it? Yep. There we go. This can go to... Well, actually, first of all, it needs to go to the wheat farms. Wheat farms, pick everything up. Then it'll need to go to... Oh, this is a bit inefficient, isn't it? I'll be fine. Then it needs to go to the windmill. Oh, okay. We do need to extend this track a bit. We need to make this a we do actually need to make this a time wasting loop. God damn it! It's gonna be a bit of a weird mixture of stuff, this, isn't it? It needs to be longer. We need more wood, but we're actually, hopefully... This doesn't actually have the warehouse there anymore, does it? Oh, fart. Yeah, that's the warehouse just there. Hang on. Get rid of that. Put that. Where was it? It was here, there, wasn't it? God damn it, I completely forgot about that. So, yeah, that's now going to hopefully start actually accumulating wooden bricks again. Yeah, it should work. This should work. And then we can actually finish off our thing. Yes, there we go. This should just be enough to do what we need to do. That's just rogue, but never mind. So, once it's done that, it's gone to the windmill to drop stuff off. You need to go back to the windmill, pick things up, and then finally go to town. There we go, the bread, just in time bread delivery. There we go, that's rather nice. Now we're going to the town, and that'll grow that city. Because we only need one for this one. So let's have a look. Oh, we didn't drop it off. Pause. I can't pause, can I? What? You didn't drop off the bread? Why didn't you do that? Or did it? No, it didn't work. Right. Town centre. Oh, I've got, that's why. I've got it on load in instead of load out. Right, that's fine. Very easy to overlook these things, especially with this minimalist interface. But yeah, everything's ticking along nicely now. Although, what are you doing there? Oh, that's fine. You're doing that. We're growing the towns. It's actually starting to get to the stage where I can't seem to actually make enough food to actually grow this anymore. It's taking its time. Because what I could do is add another station, pick up the wheat from there, and we'll have a three instead of 2 delivery. Getting the bread. This might actually do it, although it looks like the time's going to run out just before. That's going to tick down to 3, and then these delivery of... Yeah, there we go. Delivery of 2 only gets to 5. Apparently there is actually a home under construction at the moment. Oh yeah, there is. We actually have got a free... Okay, that's fine. Although that was actually probably because of this one, thinking about it. Yeah, it was. But we actually technically have a house under construction there, but nothing seems to be done. Oh, there's no worker there, that's why. That's perpetually under construction. Well, whatever. Because, as it turns out, we actually have completed our monument whilst I was babbling on. We have actually reached our 20... Oh, we've got another new home up there. Look, suddenly we've got loads of workers. So I'm going to assign one to you. But this is all looking very nice indeed now. So that could continue indefinitely, I guess. But that would take a long time to get up to the full amount. So we'll leave it here now. We've got up to our targeted amount. And we didn't crash the game once. Hooray! Yeah, so thanks for watching. Do subscribe to be notified when new stuff goes live about all the latest and best new indie games around. And I'll see you next time.